Look, every game we're looking to win, and obviously we're away from home, and Treviso have got a new coach in. He's been coaching Canada International Rugby for the last few while, and that'll bring that experience into there. And they've signed a few other players, and if you look across the board, they've got a lot of internationals on their side. So we can't underestimate them. But we know we've done reasonably well against them in the last number of seasons, but we've got to respect being away from home and make sure. The league's very competitive, and if you take your eye off the ball, it's the Ospreys went there a couple of seasons ago, and they get turned over in the European Cup game, and we know they're dangerous, and we've got to be good with the ball when we have it, and make sure that whenever we don't have the ball, that we're not giving them soft yards, we're not giving them access to our half, and especially access to the line out and to the maul. That's a real strength of theirs. We've talked about it from the early part of pre-season that we want to try and make sure that our away form is as good as our home form. And if we have that mindset, and that, I think for us that's the key. I think for all teams going away from home, it's not being afraid. It's making sure you get in the game early and you silence the crowd away from home, and give yourselves a good platform away from home, and that's what we've been trying to do this weekend. Get ourselves in the game early. Maybe play a little bit of territory and put them under pressure, and obviously try and get, like we done last year. We got early points on the board, and put them under real pressure, and the game was won quite early on, but then we went off it a little bit, and they came back into it, and that's why you can't sort of slack off mindset wise against the likes of Treviso and teams away from home. You can't think the job's done. You've got to keep working on it for 80 minutes. No problems for us. We're glad to pick the guys that are in form. The guys that are coming back in now have to fight for the jersey, and they've done brilliantly. For scores, from Robert and Jacob, that they took on Friday evening, it was brilliant for them. It's great exposure. The key is for our younger players is to get this exposure and drip feed that, and then they become more comfortable with the scenario, more comfortable with the environment that they're playing in, and they grow with that experience. And I think the two of them have done remarkably well. And they obviously, Jacob had a good summer with Irish under-20s, and so he's got that to fall back on. Robert's, I think, got another year left at Irish 20s, so the exposure that he's going to get this year, in those number of games that he's played so far, and hopefully he'll get a few more dips through the season with some A games and BNI Cup games, and that'll stand him in great stead. But at the moment they're the two form wingers.